welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. Today I'm going to be doing my September wrap up. So in the month of September I had a really bad reading slump, but I didn't start reading until like the third week of the month, and at the end of the month I had a wedding, so it didn't leave me a lot of time to read, but I did manage to read 5 books, which is extremely impressive because I read them in about a week and a half, and I don't read that quick. So let's just get into what I did read. So if you guys have been watching my TBR rewinds, in the month of September I had 2 books that I needed to read, and I actually only got to 1, and the one I did read was Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. She is the author of Gone Girl, if you didn't know that, and I love that novel. That's like one of my favorites. 5 out of 5 stars for that one, and I actually gave this one 5 out of 5 stars as well. So I don't want to get into it too much, but I can just tell you what the back says. It's about a woman named Libby who is the sole survivor of a massacre where her brother was charged as the murderer. So her whole family dies in this massacre except for her, and it just goes between like present day Libby and then past and like the events of that day. So really good. I listened and read this, like a combination of those, and I loved it. I loved it. I can't wait to read her other novel I have, which is Sharp Objects, because I feel like, you know, this is 2 out of 2 that I gave a 5 stars, so I feel like Sharp Objects I'm going to love as well. Highly recommend this. And unfortunately, I didn't finish my second TBR rewind pick, which was Shadow Kiss by Rochelle Mead. That's the 3rd book in the Vampire Academy series. I started to read it. I felt a little lost on what was going on. It's been a while since I've read the sequel, and I did pick up the graphic novel of Frostbite, which is book 2, but I didn't get a chance to get to it, so therefore I didn't get a chance to finish that. So I am going to be unhauling a book. Look for that in my November TBR rewind video, because I've already filmed in October, so look for that there. I will unhaul something then. After that, I picked up the 3rd book in the Mortal Instruments series. This is City of Glass by Cassandra Clare. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. They're not my favorite. They're mediocre writing in my opinion. The whole forbidden love thing completely creeps me out, and you know, I mean, it was okay. Like I said, 3 out of 5 stars. I will continue on. I do want to read the Infernal Devices series. I've heard that one is really good, but I'm trying to get through all of them, so we'll see when I pick that one up. I do listen to them on audiobook, which I think helps. If not for that, I don't know how I would get through them. And then I did participate in Lisa over at Books and Smiles, her Buddy Reads group, and I read The Perfect Girl by Gillian McMillan. I didn't like it. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. The plot left a lot to be desired. I didn't connect with the characters. The twist I didn't guess, which is surprising. I mean, I kind of guessed, but not really. There's a little bit more in there. But I feel like it didn't wrap up very nicely. Like, there was just some questions left. And I feel like it could have been wrapped up, especially since it's like 400 pages, and I feel like that's really long for a thriller. Like, I feel like thrillers should be like 300. This is, you know, we could have taken a lot of stuff out. I felt like the author was just writing things to write them. I don't know. It's just, it wasn't my favorite. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It's about a music prodigy who is 17, and when she was 14 she was involved in a really bad car accident, and there's just something, I don't want to like ruin it, but she was involved in a really bad car accident. Some of her classmates died. Her mom and herself moved away to create a new life for each other, and then one day everything comes crashing down around them. So yeah, I mean, it's a thriller. It had like it had potential. I just feel like it kind of fell flat for me. It wasn't my favorite. She did write what she knew, which I think is, I've been interested in, but I think again it's like a 400-page book, and I'm just not, I don't know. We'll see if I ever pick that one up, but I gave this one 3 out of 5. I read 2 arcs that were provided by NetGalley, the first of which was The Art of Hiding by Amanda Prose. I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars. So let me just talk about this one for a minute. I thought that this was a book that I saw Lisa talk about over on her channel, like a thriller by another author named Amanda, but a completely different book. And the book that she was talking about was a thriller. So when I went into this, I thought it was a thriller, and it's not. It's like it's a contemporary, adult contemporary, I think is what you would classify it as. It's a story of perseverance. It's about our main character, Nina, who you know, was whisked away by a man when she was 19 years old, and she's given this wonderful life. She's the homemaker, and then one day, like, everything, her whole life gets flipped upside down, and she has to figure out how to provide for her 2 young boys and her family. And she doesn't know how to do that because she's never had to do that before, and financially at least. So it's about her life and her, like, pushing through all of that, and, like, you know, just learning how to take care of herself again. And, you know, I liked it. I did. I thought it was something else. So, like, I wasn't in the right mindset for it. I think if I would have read it, you know, at a different time when I knew exactly what it was, then, you know, maybe I would have liked it better. But I did give it 3 out of 5 stars. She does have like 16 other novels, so I may pick up something else by her, but, you know, it was just okay. The final book that I read in the month of September was Lies She Told by Kate Hallahan, and it's a thriller. Oh my god, I loved it. I, like, ate it up. I read it in just a couple of days, and it was so good, so good. I'm pretty sure she's written other novels, and I will be picking those ones up. I think I gave this one 4.5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. So basically it follows Liza, who is an author, and she is a thriller, like, she writes thrillers, that's what she does. And so we get a glimpse of her life and what's going on in her life, and then it flips back and forth between her life and then the book that she's currently writing. And the books, like, cross over so much that, like, there's a point when I just kept getting kind of confused, which is why I didn't give it 5 stars. But oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. I guessed what had happened, like, early on in the novel, but I didn't care. Like, it's just so well written, and it just kept me, like, wanting to read more. I loved it. I can't speak more about it. Like, it was really good. So those are the 5 books that I read in the month of September, and although I only read 5, 2 of those books were, like, really high star ratings for me, and I don't have a lot of those. So you know, I'm gonna consider it a good reading month. I'm excited to get to my October TBR because I have some thrillers, some spooky stuff on there. As you guys can see, I did decorate, and I'm just loving it. This is, like, my favorite time of the year, although it is, like, 80+ degrees here in Michigan, which is completely crazy. It's never this warm in October. But anyways, I did start a Goodreads book club. If you guys want to check it out down below. We're not going to do a book in the month of October because I didn't have enough people show interest, so I just figured my TBR is pretty long already, so we will start that in the month of November. I will be putting up a poll soon if you guys want to go join and then vote in the poll. That would be great. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Goodreads and also Instagram. All of those will be linked down below, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.